Did you know Crown Royal was originally blended for actual royalty? Or that there are bottles of a special blend that cost 5 figures? Keep watching to find out all of this Canadian whiskey's secrets. While the popularity of Crown Royal may come and go in waves, it's certainly not a new spirit. The very first batch of Crown Royal was made in Canada in 1939, over 8 decades ago. Fast forward 25 years after its debut in Canada, and the whiskey was finally released in the United States to broaden its distribution. Crown Royal was made available in the United States in 1964, becoming one of the top-selling Canadian whiskeys on the U.S. market. Since the first product was released, the popular brand has continued to expand, including several different whiskey lines. The Signature Series and Flavor Series continue to offer approachable whiskey options for anyone to enjoy at home or the bar, while other, more complex and rare options, such as wine barrel-aged whiskey or cognac-finished whiskey, are offered through the Master Series. Crown Royal certainly has a catchy, appealing name, and has become a recognizable household name throughout the United States and Canada. Who wouldn't want to sip a whiskey that's truly fit for a royal? It even has a glamorous bejeweled crown on the label. But surely that's marketing smoke and mirrors, right? Well, as it turns out, it was created for a pair of very real monarchs. In 1939, King George VI and Queen Elizabeth of the United Kingdom were scheduled to visit Canada. Until then, a reigning monarch had never made the trip to Canada across the Atlantic Ocean, so it was certainly an occasion to celebrate in the eyes of many Canadians. And as with so many celebrations, the occasion came with the need to raise a glass. Crown Royal's developer was tasked with blending and distilling a batch of Canadian whiskey fit for the royals. After more than 600 blends, Crown Royal was born. And how did the powerful duo like it? According to Crown Royal, all 10 cases of whiskey bottled and packaged in the trademark purple bags were consumed throughout the King and Queen's journey on the railroad across Canada. That's a pretty good review. Next to other market options such as Canadian Club and Black Velvet, Crown Royal certainly holds strong as one of the most popular Canadian whiskey options on the market. Unlike some other brands, which might choose to outsource their production efforts, this distilled and aged sipper has continued to be produced in Canada since its inception in 1939. Today, the Crown Royal Distillery churns out delicious whiskey in the central part of the country in Gimli, Manitoba. Located along the shores of Canada's Lake Winnipeg, Gimli's population is quite small. As of Canada's 2016 census, the town was home to just 2,246 residents. The Crown Royal production facility, spanning 360 acres, is made up of 51 warehouses that house hundreds of barrels of Crown Royal. It has to hold on to those for a while. This is because the whiskey inside the barrels must be aged before it's bottled, bagged, and shipped throughout the world to waiting Crown Royal aficionados. How much would you be willing to spend on booze? Of course, the answer to that question depends on quite a few factors, from the exact type of alcohol you're considering to the state of your finances. While for many, a splurge might be fine from time to time, there are limits. And most of us surely agree that spending $10,000 on a bottle of Canadian whiskey certainly isn't something to laugh about. In 2007, Crown Royal produced the Crown Royal XR Heritage Blend.
The Crown Royal XR is special because of the Waterloo Distillery. The Waterloo Distillery imparted a particular flavor that lasted through time.
It would have quite a high of a price tag, that is, if it was ever actually for sale. The bottle was Crown Royal's way of honoring Queen Elizabeth II when she visited the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs in 2007. Just as Crown Royal got its start by hoping to impress the royals, this was a logical modern-day project. It was also quite the honor after the company had created the first-ever Crown Royal blend for Queen Elizabeth II's parents almost 70 years before. The bottle was a blend of rare heritage whiskey, bottled in a custom-made glass decanter with gold leafing. No word on whether or not the famously rule-bound Queen Elizabeth actually tried it, and certainly no one else seems to have had a chance to sip it and tell of their experience. Crown Royal has been packaging its short and stout bottles and velvet purple bags since the very beginning. Even that first bottle presented to King George VI and Queen Elizabeth was decanted and then put into that regal purple bag for delivery. It's become a recognizable symbol of Crown Royal ever since. But now, Crown Royal is using those classic purple bags for another mission, and perhaps something even more meaningful. Crown Royal launched its official Purple Bag Project initiative in 2018. The Purple Bag Project aims to send care packages in the classic purple bag to service members overseas. Bags include items such as food, personal care items, and even handwritten notes to brighten the day of those serving in the military and to remind them that their sacrifice does not go unacknowledged. Country music artist Thomas Rhett supported the project as it distributed over 1 million of these packages. They were delivered not only to active-duty military personnel, but also to people affected by natural disasters, and all by the end of 2020. Canned cocktails are certainly not a new concept on the market anymore. What with the rise of canned wines, mixed drinks, and their close cousins, the hard seltzers like White Claw. For many consumers, the ease of being able to pop open the top of a can and take a sip of a cocktail is as refreshing as can be. With that appeal, canned cocktails have continued to increase in popularity exponentially, with new releases each season. With a 20% jump in canned cocktail market growth from 2016 to 2019, Crown Royal recognized it was time to officially jump on the bandwagon. As of March 2021, Crown Royal officially got in the game with its line of canned cocktails, introducing 3 flavors. Grabbing a Crown Royal whiskey and cola is more convenient than ever. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite drinks are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.